Okay, this is absolutely insane to me. Maybe it's because I've been following Andrew Wiggins and D'Angelo's entire careers, but this actually blew my mind. And I think it's because I view Andrew Wiggins as that quote-unquote once-in-a-generation type prospect when he was coming out of Kansas in 2014, even before he came out of Kansas in 2013, when he was in high school and he was being dubbed the next Tracy McGrady. The fact that this ended up happening absolutely blows my freaking mind. So what's going on, you guys? Your boy TheFlightMike back again with our third video in 2 days. If you're new to the channel, you watch a lot of my content, you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please take a moment to subscribe and turn on my notifications, man. Your boy brings you daily NBA news, and we're also branching out into NFL news on my new channel, Microphone. There's a new video coming out tomorrow on Lamar Jackson. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you're subscribed there. I could use as much help as possible to get that channel up and running, guys. Your boy is full-time now on the YouTube. Finally, I've been uploading some of my content to Instagram and Instagram TV, so make sure you're followed on that as well. It's at TheFlightMike on Instagram. And if you want to see how your boy trains and how he puts on those gains, make sure to check me out on TikTok. Now that that's all out of the way, I have some crazy news for you, man. Words can't explain how freaking insane this is. So we all know that D'Angelo Russell is in a very precarious situation. He's on the Golden State Warriors during the post-Kevin Durant era. In a year where the Warriors apparently are taking a gap year, it appears as if D'Angelo Russell is in a situation where he may be traded. And the reason is because Steph Curry isn't around, Klay Thompson isn't around. Once they come back, it might be a strange fit to have D'Angelo Russell in there. But at the same time, you could make the same argument that, hey, maybe they could run a crazy lineup where it's Steph, Klay, and D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell could be like the primary ball handler, who, by the way, we all know he's an incredible playmaker. And you could have Klay Thompson and Steph Curry running around on screens. Like, there's just so much potential here. And there's questions about what the Warriors should do. Should the Warriors be fully invested in the Steph Curry, Klay Thompson era, which, we have to be honest with ourselves, Steph Curry broke his hand recently. He is rumored to come back in the beginning of March, but he did break his hand recently, and Klay Thompson tore his ACL recently. So you have to wonder how much longer they could be around and how much longer could they be the focal point of the Golden State Warriors offense. Without a doubt, they have at least 3 years left to go. And past that, you never know. You know, some freak things could happen, injuries could happen. So Steph Curry at the point of this video is 31. Klay Thompson's 29. Draymond Green is also 29. And I'm not saying, okay, they're going to come back and they're going to fall off. No, without a doubt, I feel like Steph and Klay could be very effective players up until the age of like 35, 36, because their entire game is based off of how good they are at shooting the basketball. Steph Curry is also very quick with the handles, but I'm not going to really dive into their game here. What I'm trying to say is they have this crazy unique opportunity, and this might scare the living crap out of some people. They could be even more dangerous than they were when they had Kevin Durant, because they could be doing what the OKC Thunder are doing right now and what the Boston Celtics were doing the past 5 years, but they could do it on steroids, man. Pretty much, they have Steph Curry, they have Klay Thompson, they have D'Angelo Russell, which, by the way, we forget how old D'Angelo Russell is. D'Angelo Russell's only 23 years old, and they most likely have a top 5 pick coming in this year. So if they decide to keep D'Angelo Russell, keep this top 5 pick, by the time Klay Thompson and Steph Curry and Draymond Green exit their primes, you have D'Angelo Russell and whoever the hell they're drafting with their top 5 pick this year entering their primes. And on top of that, that top 5 pick is going to be on a rookie scale contract. They have a very unique opportunity here. So I want you to bear that in mind as we go into this crazy news, which I myself am still trying to wrap my head around, and that's regarding the Minnesota Timberwolves. 2 weeks ago, we made a video on this. We made a video on how the Minnesota Timberwolves will do anything it takes to get D'Angelo Russell. He is the missing piece in Minnesota without a doubt. Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo were the top 2 picks in the 2015 NBA draft. They're very good friends, and on top of that, He's literally the missing piece. The Timberwolves literally just need that player that's willing to step up in big situations when everybody in Minnesota knows that, well, whoever's playing Minnesota at least knows that whenever times are tough or whatever it's crunch time or clutch time situations, the Wolves are going to go to Karl Anthony Towns every single time to try to get that game-winning basket. D'Angelo Russell obviously would be that guy for them that could take over those difficult situations. He has that, rest in peace, but he has that Kobe Bryant killer instinct to him. Obviously not as much as Kobe Bryant, but you know, that whole ice in my veins, trying to take over game situations, D'Angelo Russell has it. So without a doubt, we could all agree that D'Angelo Russell is what the Timberwolves need. Glenn Taylor understands this. Glenn Taylor is very, very hungry for D'Angelo Russell as well. And we have some latest news on this. We have some brand new news about D'Angelo Russell potentially going to Minnesota. So apparently the Timberwolves tried to trade Andrew Wiggins to the Golden State Warriors in a trade around D'Angelo Russell, and the Warriors said no. And here's the crazy thing about this. I thought in the very beginning of the season, the Warriors were just going to view D'Angelo Russell as, okay, you know, we have D'Angelo Russell. We're getting something for Kevin Durant. We're at least getting an asset for Kevin Durant leaving because, again, remember, technically speaking, Kevin Durant was traded for D'Angelo Russell. So we technically got something for Kevin Durant. We got much, much younger. We got an asset in return for Kevin Durant. Maybe we should flip this guy for a player that could really help our championship odds. Maybe flip him for, I don't know, Robert Covington. That's what I initially thought. But Minnesota probably offered Robert Covington, and the Warriors said no. And then they dangled Andrew Wiggins, and then the Warriors said no. And I don't know, I hope they dangled Robert Covington at first, but this does two things. One, it just decreases Andrew Wiggins' stock like crazy. Like, the fact that the Warriors were not down to take that trade is a bad thing for Minnesota. But on top of that, it significantly increases D'Angelo Russell's trade value. Now, according to Anthony Slater of The Athletic, and this is the official report, the Wolves have dangled Andrew Wiggins in trade talks with the Warriors for a possible swap involving D'Angelo Russell. So according to the report, the Golden State Warriors are aware of this dynamic. It automatically bumps up Russell's market value in conversations with the Wolves, and Minnesota has dangled Andrew Wiggins, who is on a similar contract as Russell and fills a greater positional need. But from a Warriors perspective, that's still a questionable talent for talent swap. Most around the league view Russell as better than Wiggins. It's a move only a panicked front office would make. So the Warriors plan to wait and see how D'Angelo Russell fits with Steph Curry, and they have a larger sample size of data before making long-term determinations about their fit together. And as they should, because technically speaking, there's no point in making this move right now. The Golden State Warriors could make this trade next year if they wanted to. It's not like Andrew Wiggins is the missing piece for a Golden State Warriors championship. You know, yeah, D'Angelo Russell might be the missing piece for a Minnesota Timberwolves playoff run, but that's not the same for the Warriors. No matter what, this season is a gap year. So you might as well try to integrate everybody into the system and make sure you set the tone and set the culture for when Steph Curry and Klay Thompson come back. But of course, Slater continues and says, but anything involving Wiggins, an average pick, or a different type of asset-based Minnesota offer might still be there in the summer. Maybe not. Maybe in that case, keeping Russell and figuring out the three-guard fit is the best path. But time should only help them decide. You can't hit a home run if you never wait for the chance. There doesn't appear to be a compelling reason to act before next Thursday's deadline. And there you guys have it. Like, this is what we were all thinking 2 weeks ago when I made this video. This is what we're thinking now. There is no reason for the Golden State Warriors to trade D'Angelo Russell, which sucks because I really would have loved to see a situation where Andrew Wiggins, D'Angelo Russell, and Karl Anthony Towns are all on the same team. But you have to remember, Bob Myers is a very savvy general manager. Anybody that could assemble a team that has Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Kevin Durant on it, in addition to a fantastic bench. Well, it was slightly weaker when they brought in Kevin Durant, but you get what I'm saying. It's not going to be impulsive and just reckless and trade D'Angelo Russell for Andrew Wiggins just because he wants to. It doesn't make sense. So, in my opinion, I'll tell you what I think's going to happen. I have to agree with this report. As Slater said, I don't think the Golden State Warriors are going to trade D'Angelo Russell. And if anything, this just makes Andrew Wiggins look worse, which sucks because he's had some tough games recently, but he's having a pretty decent season, man. He's averaging 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists on the season. That's way better than Andrew Wiggins used to average. So I have to give my props up for Wiggins, but let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think there is a situation, a scenario, or any reality whatsoever where the Warriors are open to trading D'Angelo? I don't think so. You have so much time left on his contract. Why would you trade D'Angelo Russell? You might as well wait and see how he fits in with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. Guys, make sure you're following me on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter if you want to talk more basketball. I also made a Discord just to chat with y'all. I'll leave all that stuff in the description down below. I'm your boy, TheFlightMike, and I'll see you guys later.